Hello, this is Nina from the Happy Hippie. This is the first video of several regarding decks I'm going to put out for sale. So I'm going to go through some decks for you here that I've decided to sell. And if there's some of these decks that you're interested in, there will be a link, or actually my email, in the first comment down in the comment section. Yeah, I will make a comment and I will put my email out there so you can send me a message if any of these decks is something that you're interested in. And we will agree on a good price, and also I would ask you to pay for the shipping, of course, but we will of course agree on a good price. Now, all these decks also have my energy. These are decks I love. These are decks that have been used by me for some time, but they are in good condition, all of them. So if that's something that interests you, then stick around. Okay, now also I have to tell you, this is the 8th time I'm trying to make this video. Okay, that's why it's been taking me so long to put this video out, because every time I try to make a video about the cards I'm going to sell, something happens. Okay, so what that has told me is that I had needed to go back and look over all the decks again, because some of the decks have been sitting on my shelf and I haven't really had the time to get into them to learn to use them. And so Spirit told me, you haven't yet tried to use that properly, you haven't learned that deck properly yet, it's not time for you to sell it. So it was in the beginning 70 decks, but now of course it's a lot less, because I really was nudged to look into some of these decks a little bit more. But these decks, I'm pretty sure, I mean, if this video goes well, then that's a sign that these are okay to let go of. Because this is the 8th time I'm trying. Oh my goodness, I tell you what. Anyway, so we're going to go through each and every one and give them some time. I'm going to tell you a little bit about how I use them and what they meant to me. And then you will let me know if any of these decks is of your interest, okay? But let us put these beside us first, and then we will go into... Let's start with the bigger tarot decks over here. Let's start with the first one that's giving a glare in my eyes. Let's start with the Tarot Nefertari. Now, this is a Los Scarabeo production, and the box looks like so. There isn't really much wear or tear. There is a little dent here that was there when it came. Can you see that on the edge of that one? Otherwise, it's kind of a normal... little bit worn on the edges of the deck, but otherwise this box is sturdy, good, and looks pretty good to have been in my collection for quite some time. Open up like so, pull the cards out. Now there is a guidebook here from Los Scarabeo, and the Los Scarabeo guidebooks are in different languages. I believe there are 4 different languages here, if I'm not mistaken. No, actually more. It's English, Italian, Spanish, French, German, and Portuguese, as you can see there. So if you have any of those languages as your native language, then this is a good guidebook for you. It just has the minimum of information about each card, but actually more than good enough to do readings, even if you're quite new. I wouldn't maybe start with this deck, but you know what I mean. Anyways, okay, so let's look at the cards themselves. Now, as you can see, there is not really any wear or tear on the edges of this deck. Now, this is the back. I love this back. I really do. And the fact that they are actually gold foiled also, see, has been, so this deck has been in use very much around Christmas and New Year's for me because of this gold. So it has definitely been a deck that I loved, and you know, I'm not into the Egyptian thing that much. So for me, you know, it was interesting to have it. It was fun, but I'm not that, you know, familiar is the right word with the Egyptian stuff. So for me, it was more about the gold foil than anything else. I have to say, I have to be honest. And of course the back. I truly, truly love the back. So that looked very good in a pick a card reading also, you know, or pick a deck. So that's that. But I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and we're going to go through the cards so you get a closer look. And then you can make up your mind if this is a deck for you. But of course, I mean, really cool, I have to say. If you're into the Egyptian thing, this deck is a must. It's really cool. But let's look at the cards. And of course, there are different languages also on. So on top left, you have the English, okay? And of course, you can also understand mostly from the cards what it is regarding. But these are the cards. So really, really cool, you know, when it comes to, because of the, see here, that's so cool. So for me, it has been really fun to use around Christmas and New Year's especially. And this deck has always given me good readings, I have to say. So this is not wear and tear. This is part of the design. So just so you know that this is not the cards being worn. It's this part of the design where it kind of looks old, if you will, or torn, or, you know, worn down. Just to have that said. So this is, you know, very interesting, the way they have depicted and interpreted the different tarot cards, I have to say. A fun deck for sure. The Sun, yeah. A fun deck for sure. And probably if you're more into the Egyptian thing, you will probably understand more and even have, you know, more fun with this deck than I did. You know? But yeah, it's... yeah, I'm not going to spend so much time out. I'm going to go through them a little bit quicker here. You get the idea of what this deck is about. So, and as you can see, I cannot see much wear or tear on any of these cards here. They have been used very gently. And of course they have my energy on them. So if you like my work and what I do, and you have been looking for this deck or something similar, then maybe this is something for you. And by the way, it's, for me, it is first, what do you say? First served? I don't remember that expression, but for me, it's the first one that kind of sends an email to me that they want this deck. That's the person that's going to get it. Of course, if we agree on a price. So what I'll do, if it's more than one person that's interested, and I will of course tell the first person that it's yours if you want it. And then I'll wait with answering the others, if they are interested, to see if everything went well in the sale to the first person before I say that it's sold. So you have to be patient with me in that sense, okay? So that was the Tarot Nefertari deck. So we'll put that over there. Now the next one is Joie de Vivre Tarot. It's the Joy of Life Tarot by Paulina Cassidy. So this is the box. Now I have to say that this box is a little bit more hurt. It has a little bit of here. And yeah, as you can see, it's been squeezed a little bit. I think it came that way, to be honest with you, because I don't do that to my decks. And the lid is a little bit loose. Okay, but I will make sure that it's wrapped properly, and what I would recommend that you do is maybe put a little bit of a sticker or something here, or maybe a rubber band around it to keep it shut. For me, I've been having it in a shelf unit where it was up against the wall, so it wasn't a problem, but you know. And you see there's a little bit of a tear here at the corner. I have to be transparent about what the box looks like. But this is, of course, a deck that I have been using for a little bit. So, and this deck also has a good guidebook. Now, this is US Games. And I have put, if you don't want those, I can take them away. But I have put a little, you know, what do you call those? Bunny ears or something? I don't remember what you call them. To find the different suits quicker, okay? But if you want me to just kind of bend them back, I can do that for you. You just let me know in the email. But this is a very good guidebook. It has all the information, and I believe, yeah, this is only in English, okay? As you can see, it's only in English. So, but a good guidebook for sure. Now this deck I have used very much around fall because of the back color, okay? So that's kind of when I used it. But even though the box was a little bit hurt, you see the cards themselves they look fine. There is absolutely nothing that I can see. This is the back, kind of yellowish to orange. And these are the cards. We will go through them. Now, Paulina Cassidy, I have another deck by her. I don't remember which one it is, but it has kind of a similar design that I use. I think it's an Oracle deck that I have, if I'm not mistaken. Could it be the Pixikins? Yeah, I don't remember. But anyways, I have an Oracle deck I know by Paulina Cassidy. And so I do have another deck with has that kind of design or style. So I haven't reached for this deck as much, even though I do love those images. I love the style. It's really fun and beautiful. And I have used it quite a bit during fall, but the rest of the year I haven't really reached for it as much. And that's why I kind of feel like if somebody else would use this more, then it deserves a better home. It deserves a better home than what I have given it. Anyways, so I'm going to flip through the images here, and they are so beautiful. I mean, this is artistry. Plain and simple artistry. Okay, so let's look at it. So, I mean, she's a beautiful artist, I have to say. And the style is so unique. This, I love this Ten of Cups. And the Devil. That's so fun. Yeah, no, I'm not going to say so much more here. I'm just going to flip through, and you get the idea of the style here. It is just beautiful art, I have to say. So it isn't that I don't love it. I do. I love all my decks, as you know, and I give them love, and I use them with love. If you were wondering what kind of energy my decks have, I only use the highest light vibration. Nothing else is permitted into my space. Oh, I love this Page of Cups. Oh, so cute. So that, you know, I am very, very thorough about what kind of energies I let into my space. Love this Two of Wands, by the way. So all my cards and all my crystals, all my tools, my room where I do my readings, it's all very clean. It's cleansed of all sorts of low vibrational energies. I also do have another channel where I do channel work, and also there you have to have a very high vibration to be able to do channel work. So not that I'm not trying to brag about my own vibrational energy. That's not my purpose of saying so. But I have been working with this for many years, and I have taught myself on how to raise my vibration so that I can communicate with angels and stuff and channel. So that's, I just wanted to explain, that's kind of the room where all these decks have been sitting, is where I do that work as well. So I feel like they have been very well protected from low vibrational energies. Okay, I just needed to say that. Okay, so that's the, I mean, as you can see, these this deck is and the guidebook is very you know, it's not anywhere here, but of course there is a little bit on this box here, unfortunately. I can also put a little piece of tape right here so it won't tear anymore. And I will of course make sure that this is wrapped properly and sent in a way that it won't get hurt anymore. But that was the Joie de Vivre Tarot by Paulina Cassidy from US Games System. So let me know if that's interesting for you. Now let's move on to the Fae Tarot. This box is, yeah, it looks almost brand new, this one. It has not gotten, yeah, it got a little bit torn right there. But other than that, this is in pristine condition. So there you go, and this is the guidebook. Now this is Los Scarabeo, and that comes in English, Italian, Spanish, French, and German. And it has the basic information about each card. Okay? Let's see. Now the edge here, I can't really see any hair. I can't see any wear or tear on the sides of this either. Now this is the back, blue mostly, and these are the cards. So these cards, you know, looking at the back, I'm not sure what time of year I used this. It might have been all year round actually. Yeah, but it is, you know, it's about the fairies and the fays, and so it is very much nature spirit deck. So I guess I've been using it with that to my recollection. But anyways, let's look at the cards. This is a very unique style as well. A beautiful artwork, I have to say. And here the English words are on top, and then there's other languages down here. So that's I just love this star card. By the way, to start with, I love the star card. Anyway, so this is a very unique kind of style. It's very fun. I actually love this deck, I have to say, but I have too many decks. I have way too many decks. I have to let somebody else get this one. But as you can see, this is so fun, the Fool. Yeah, it might even be a Halloween-y deck, this one, when I look at that. But yeah, it's beautiful, I have to say. The artwork is unique, very unique. Does it say who did the artwork here? No, it doesn't say on the box. It just says Lo Scarabeo, made in Italy. Probably says in the guidebook I'll look after. At this, I love this Ace of Chalices. Beautiful, beautiful. So you can see this design is so unique and so cool. I actually love this deck, but I just, yeah, it's, yeah. I wish I didn't have too many decks, then I could keep this one, but yeah. Okay, I'm gonna flip through a little bit faster. You get the idea as to what this deck is about. Yeah. And it has given me lots of good readings, people, and I do love it. All my decks. I love all my decks. Yeah, that's unique. So you see, it's really fun. This is the same image as is on the box. Queen of Pentacles. As you can see, this is just so unique. Beautiful coloring also. The color palette is so beautiful. So that's that. That is the Fae Tarot. So if this is something that interests you, then let me know down in the comment section or send me an email. The email will be in the first comment below. So that was the Fae Tarot. Okay, now let's move on. There's another tarot. The Nicoletta Ceccoli Tarot, and this is the mini version. I have the bigger version, so I figured it was time to let go of the mini version. Now this unfortunately has a little bit of tear there in the corner. Not that that has anything to do with the integrity of the box. I have put a little piece of tape here. You can't really see that, but I have, so it's protected now. And then there's a little bit of tear here, up here I would say. But otherwise the box looks fine. Opens up like so. There is a guidebook with this Lo Scarabeo, so you know the drill. English, Italian, Spanish, French, and German. The same information that is with the bigger version actually, but so quite a good guidebook for being this tiny little deck. As you can see, the deck looks fine there. This is the back. Beautiful, the same as the big one. Oh, that way I think. Now this is a beautiful, beautiful deck. I will zoom in a little bit more because this is a mini tarot. Yeah, there. Now this is a beautiful, beautiful deck, and I love it, but I do have the big version. And I do have some other mini travel decks also, so I figured it was time to kind of let this one have a new home. Now, this deck is not your beginner's deck. You know, you have the major arcana cards like so. And then when you come to the suits, you have the sign of the suit on the top and then the number underneath. So that's how it works. This is so unique. This style, this design, this artwork is so unique. So beautiful, as you can see. So I think I love this one. The big version I have used quite a bit, and I'm going to continue using quite a bit. But since I have the big version, because I got this one first, the mini version I got first. So I used this quite a lot in the beginning. And then I figured because there is so much information here, and I thought that they were so beautiful, the images, I wanted the bigger version. So when I got the bigger version, then of course this one didn't get used so much, which is a shame, because it's beautiful. So this has been with me, you know. I threw it in my bag when I was going to my cabin in the mountains. I just love this world card. Oh, it's so beautiful. Anyway, so it's been with me up at in the mountains where my cabin is. My cabin is at 900 meters above sea level by a lake here in Norway. So it has gotten some energies from there on it, and it's been with me to the beach. It's been with me to some beautiful hotels. So this is a deck that has been with me for quite some time, and I have used quite a bit, especially on my travels. So if you love this style, you will love this deck. It has just given me really good readings too. And this style, I mean, you cannot find anything like this anywhere else, I think. It's just so beautiful. So, yeah, I love this Four of Wands. Yeah, that's the Death card. It's so beautiful. I mean, this, I don't know what else to say. I love this deck. I just love it. So, I will zoom out again a little bit. There. So that is the mini version of the Chicory Tarot. Nicoletta Chicory. And the guidebook. There. So if this is something that interests you, then send an email and we will find a good price on that. Okay? Okay, so moving over to, let's do the Lenormand Oracle cards. This is also Los Scarabeo. Now this has also been on my travels a lot, so it's gotten a little bit wear and tear on each corner here. But otherwise, it looks fine in the box. It opens up like so. And there is a guidebook. And it is in English, Italian, Spanish, French, and German. And I have put a little bit of, what do you call that? I don't remember what you call that. I think we call it bunny ears here in Norway. Anyways, it does have the information about each Lenormand card, plain and simple. The cards are beautiful. It doesn't have any wear or tear, the cards themselves. This is the back. And these are the cards. This is kind of an old-fashioned style. I really love this style. But I've gotten some new Lenormand decks. So because of that, I'm letting go of one of my old ones. But this one has also been with me to my cabin and to hotels and visiting friends. And so it's been with me and has a lot of my energy on it. And these are the cards. Beautiful, kind of muted, a little bit old-fashioned vintage style. So, yeah. Also, a Lenormand deck I have truly, truly appreciated. Very straight to the point, very easy to understand, of course, each and every card, if you know Lenormand. And if you don't, then this is a good way to start. It has a guidebook, so you get all the information you need there. So this is, yeah, I don't know what else to say. The cards themselves are in really good condition, really good cardstock also. So all my cards so far has had a very good cardstock. But of course it is Los Scarabeo and US Games, so that's quality cards. Yeah, so if you like this kind of old-fashioned, a little bit muted, vintage style cards, then these are just beautiful, and they have served me so well. So, so this have been one of my favorite Lenormand decks for a very long time. But now it's time for somebody else to enjoy them. So there you go. That is the Lenormand Oracle cards. There you go. Okay, so let's move on. Let's go to this one. Now this is quite special, and I am letting it go with a heavy heart because it is from Louise Hay, and she of course is the founder of Hay House. She was a beautiful human being that did so much for the spiritual world, and this is a 64 card deck from her. It's called Power Thought Cards. Okay, the box is in very good condition. It opens up like so, and in here you don't need a guidebook, but you can. There is something here also. You can download an app and get a free trial. Anyway, it's two-sided, so you have a major message on the front and then a more detailed message on the back, so you can choose to use it either way. These are all mixed up. I see that now. Oh, okay, maybe it's that way then. No, I don't know. Okay, I will just flip them over each and every card then, so you see them, okay? So this for me has been kind of a deck that I've been using for myself, of course, but also pulling a card in the end of a reading as an extra little message from Spirit is the way I have used it, okay? As you can see, there's really no wear or tear on this. The cardstock is really good. It's really good quality. It is glossy, just so you know. So I will just, I think I will do like so, and then you can see both sides of them, okay? So there are some really fun colors. I mean, there's really, I don't think the camera does it justice. I'll zoom in a little bit. Because the colors are far more vibrant than you see here on the camera. Unfortunately, it doesn't catch it totally, but it's very vibrant colors, this deck, okay? And there are some really fun drawings here and there. So, and I'll just do this like so. You see some of these drawings, really fun, cute drawings. And this deck is about, you know, kind of telling the ego to chill. Because the ego is constantly telling us things that is not true, of course. And so this is kind of, you can draw a card and you can get some affirmation for yourself. You know, change your thought pattern, you know. So the Spirit will give you the information you need right now, you know. Yeah, you get the idea. It's really a fun and beautiful deck made by a beautiful person who is sadly no longer with us. Yeah, so it is also with a heavy heart I'm giving this up for sale, but when you get new decks and you have used some decks for a while, you know, yeah, it's time for somebody else to enjoy this deck. And the messages are beautiful, I have to say. So if this speaks to you, then give me a holler. Yeah, you understand the idea here. I'm just gonna go through the rest quite quickly. Just a beautiful deck. given me lots of good advice. For sure. So that's that. Let us gently put that back in the box. There you go. So the Power Thought cards by Louise Hay. That was that. Now the next one is also a square one. It's called the Don Miguel Ruiz, The Four Agreements. It's also called Toltec Wisdom. It's 48 card deck, The Four Agreements. I will read the back here because it is a little bit special. Based on Don Miguel Ruiz's book, New York Times best-selling book, The Four Agreements. The 48 cards in this deck provide a simple yet powerful code of conduct for attaining personal freedom and true happiness. There are 12 cards corresponding to each of the four agreements. 1. Be impeccable with your word. 2. Don't take anything personally. 3. Don't make assumptions. And 4. Always do your best. These cards will help you transform your life and as you recover the awareness and wisdom of your authentic self. Okay, so just wanted to kind of explain that as we go along here. It's illustrated by 5 different people. It says here on the inside. Now there is no guidebook here because it's kind of self-explanatory like the other cards as well, where there are messages on both sides. Okay. Now this is just a different style, and there is of course different, as I told you, 5 different artists who has made these cards. So I'll do the same as I show you both sides. So you get what of the 4 agreements it's about on top, and then you get the message further down with the beautiful images. And these cards are also, in my opinion, very beautiful. I love some of the, or most of the artwork in here. It's really, really beautiful. And this also has given me lots of joy, this deck. It's uplifting messages, and it is, where you get reminded maybe of what needs to be done. Maybe you have some work to do. Maybe there is something within your spiritual journey that's still in need of being looked at. It's a self-help deck in many ways, but I have used it for myself and also in some readings, so that's how I used it. Yeah, beautiful deck. I don't know what else to say. I love some of the images. They're just so beautiful. It's always with a heavy heart you give or sell a deck, but I have given away many decks too. I had the whole year of 2023, I gave away decks every month. So I have given away a lot of decks too, and also to friends, family, But in this day and age with all people have money issues these days, I feel. Anyways, there you go. The 4 agreements cards. Okay. Now we go to, I think I'm going to keep those to the end. I have 2 sets of mini cards that I'm going to sell also. This is the Daily Healing Cards by Ina Segal. No guidebook, but these are kind of mini messages. And the back of the card has always this tree and then different images on them, as you can see. Beautiful photos of nature, different parts of nature, as you can see here, or different things, objects. Beautiful. And then, of course, the back has different messages with just a different color background, as you can see here. And they are daily healing messages. Okay, so these are advice that I have used these cards for extra cards in the end of a reading. You can also, of course, draw a card maybe in the mornings for some advice that you can focus on during your day, for instance. Now, as you can see, they are in good condition. There is no wear or tear on these cards. So there isn't really much more to say about these cards than that. They are beautiful and they have served me well, but I have, as you know if you see my readings, many of these mini cards. So I don't get to use them all, and that's why it's so sad, and that's why I want somebody else to benefit from these cards instead. So if you're interested in the daily healing cards, then let me know. And also the Divine Doors. Now this is from Andres and Gracia. There's a message here on the back. 40 cards, Rockpool publications. This one was also Rockpool. And how to use the cards, it says in the lid here. And now these cards all have the same color on the back with a message, you know, just straight to the point. But the backs are different. They have all different doors on them. Now, these I have used as a pick a card. You know, I have given them 3 doors to choose from as a beginning of a reading maybe, and then, you know, shared the message on the back. I've also kind of used them intuitively, actually. Just by looking at the door, then intuitively kind of felt what the message was about for whomever needed the reading. So that was also another way of using it. Yeah, so I will, you know, the messages on the back, they look the same. So I will flip through very quickly the doors here so you get an idea as to how the images look. Some very beautiful images and very beautiful doors. Now, some of the doors I see are, let me say that when I was I've been working as a tour guide in Spain, Portugal, and Greece. And when I was working in the southern parts of Spain, we went over to Morocco. And there they have these unique doors. Many of these doors looks like that on these images. Because the doors have a specific meaning there. And they spend a lot of time decorating their doors. So I see some of these kind of look like a lot of those doors. But of course, it's probably from different places in the world. But it just reminded me of those doors, actually. So, yeah, it's really unique deck. And I have had so much fun with these doors, I have to say. And so I highly recommend this deck. But as I said, I have so many of these mini cards now, so I think it's time that somebody else benefits from it. And there is no wear or tear on either box or cards here. They have been used with grace. There you go, Divine Doors mini cards, okay? Now we go into this one, and I wasn't sure if I was going to put this out for sale because it's very... Yeah, I'll get to it. The box is a little bit hurt. This is an indie deck, okay? AmeliaBert.com. And the box is too big, so that's why it looks a little bit squished. And you see it's loose in here. But anyways, I can put some paper or something in here so it doesn't get destroyed when I ship it, if you want this deck. Now, it has a guidebook, and the guidebook is quite good. It has quite a good information on each card, as you can see. So that was good, okay? And the back of these cards is mainly why I got it. And the back is so beautiful. I love that back, okay? And the cards themselves, as you can see, are in very good condition. Now, I have to say that the images here are very beautiful, and I love them. It is Heavenly Guidance Angel cards, so it's, you know, about angels. But what I have to say is that some of the images, for some odd reason, have been squished together, okay? You will see it when I flip through. And that has also created, in some of them, a little edge here. But as I said, this is an indie deck. She has probably made this all by herself. So that might be why that has happened. But that doesn't mean that the cards are not good or that the cards doesn't work. I mean, they're still beautiful and they still work, and I have used them. But it's been in my possession for quite some time, and I have new angel decks, you know, so that's why I'm kind of letting this one go. But I'm not so sure you can even get a hold of this deck anymore. So I have to look into that. It is a special deck, and it is dear to me. So yeah, I don't even know where to go with pricing this one. So, but you know, if you're interested, we will of course reach a fair price for whomever is interested. But let's flip through the images. The images are beautiful, and if you can just discard the ones where it has been pushed a little bit, squeezed a little bit, then I think you're going to find that this is a beautiful deck. Okay. It has a number, it has the message, and then it has a beautiful image. But as you can see, these images are beautiful. You know. You see here it's been squeezed a little bit, unfortunately. Here as well. But it's still a beautiful deck, you know. Like this one. I really love that one. Yeah. So, I mean, this one looks at the colors here also. There's very vibrant colors, I have to say, in this deck. So, yeah, this is a really difficult deck to sell because it's so unique, rare, strange, beautiful, everything at once. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. It's really, really special. Okay, it's a unique deck for sure. That I have to say, it's very unique. I have not seen anybody else use this deck ever. Okay, so, but I think it's time for somebody else to benefit from this. So there you go. That was the Heavenly Guidance Angel cards. If you're interested, let me know. We will find a fair price for it. But I also have to look up if it's even for sale anymore. Okay, last deck. If nudity scares you, then cut off the video right now. Okay? Because this is the Sacred Cycles Oracle by Jill Pyle and M. Dewey. And it is about cycles in general. It's not just the female cycle, but it is cycles in general. And it has a good guidebook here with a lot of different information. Now it is about several different cycles. So you have celestial cards here, seasons cards, hormonal cycle, cycle of life, plants, animals, rituals, and physical body. Okay, so that's kind of the different cycles that are in this deck. The back is beautiful. The cardstock is really good. The reason why I am choosing to let this go is because I haven't had a chance to really find a way to use it except for myself. And since I am a tarot reader, or not just tarot reading, but doing readings, I kind of have to find a way to use it in a reading. So for me, I've used it mostly for myself. Maybe that was a mistake, but anyways. But as you can see, there are some really kind of, when it comes to the body part, but of course you can choose to take those out and use the other ones that has to do with other things, you know. But I didn't want to do that. I you know, yeah. So I decided that I have to sell this. So I'm going to flip through. The color palette of this is just so beautiful. I love the color palette. I love the images here. I love the style. And it is a very interesting deck. You know, female, it's a feminine deck, I have to say. Of course, it is a feminine deck. And it's about the cycle of life in general, you know. It's not just the cycle of the female body. It's a cycle of life in different ways, right? So, I don't know. I just haven't found the right way to use it, okay? But if this speaks to you, then, oh, I hope that you will enjoy this deck. And I have used it, you know, for myself especially. But I just couldn't find a use for it in my readings. And so that's why I am choosing to let it go. Okay? But it is beautiful, as you can see. And there's really good cardstock. And there's no wear or tear because it's hardly been used. It's almost brand new. There's no wear or tear on the box either, or on the guidebook at all. So if this is a deck that you've been pondering about, maybe wanting, then let me know. So I'm going to zoom out, and then we're going to just finish off this reading by saying, I love all my decks. They have been treated with love. They have my energy on them. If you're interested, then go below. You will find my email in the first comment. Send me an email if you're interested, and then we'll talk. I will figure out a good price for you. I will ask you to pay for shipping. And I hope that these decks find good homes and that you will love them just as much as I have loved them. Okay? Thank you so much for listening to me today. I'm wishing you a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. Till the next time I see you.